Rightio, welcome to this week's Advocate Footy Wrap video, the grand final edition, boys. Oh, no more of these for the rest of the year. Boys, another big weekend in football coming up, but let's just touch on what just happened on the weekend. Obviously a big NTFL prelim final on Saturday with Olsen getting over Latrobe, demolishing Latrobe really, but the highlight I think of the NTFL season is the Baldock medal count on Sunday, and another great day at Burnie.
Yeah, joint winners for the first time since 2003. Obviously Wynyard's Sam Douglas and Latrobe's skipper Josh Holland were tied on 20 votes apiece. I think Dutchy got some votes there in the final game against Penguin that not many people
even he didn't expect to get him, I don't think.
Yeah, but it was good. He probably deserved one or two in years gone by, so it was good to get his second. Look, Sam Douglas was obviously pretty pleased to get his second. He's only 21 years of age, but I was talking to him just after he received it, and he already had his mind on the big game, as you would. And 2 years ago he won it, and when you went into a grand final, so he was pretty excited ahead of this weekend.
Yep. Your highlights on the day, Pipes?
No, it was a good day, wasn't it? I too was happy to see Holland win his second Baldock medal, speculative as the votes were in the last match, let's be honest, but no, it was great, wasn't it? And both really humble as well, and also great to see the Hall of Famers and all the other awards throughout the day. It's probably my favourite day of the footy year as well. So.
Sticky Date Pudding viewers out there, I saw Coley demolish his bowl, record time.
Yeah, that was good stuff.
I got the fruit salad and ice cream, which I was really upset about. Random drop, and Coley got the Sticky Date Pudding. And how was it, mate?
It was up there with some of the finest canteen fare I've had this year, I must say. It was delicious. Well done, Burnie Civic Centre catering staff.
Well, mate, I got the fruit salad. And I passed it back. I said, no, I want the sticky date pudding, please. And I'm not a dessert person, but that was a big bit of sticky date pudding. Ate it all.
I don't want to know about it, boys. I don't want to know about it.
Too bad, mate.
Bad luck.
Enough of the sticky date pudding. It's the last I want to hear of it. We'll get on to the serious stuff now. Why all the viewers have chimed in, boys.
All 11 viewers.
Maybe we might get 12 this week.
Well, maybe 13. Maybe Dale Perry chimes in.
I reckon the boys from Smithton are ready to watch this week too. I reckon they've dried out from Sunday and they're ready to watch.
They were pretty froth, weren't they?
Yeah. Jared Watling, put a line through it.
Put a line through it.
Yeah, put a line through it, Jared. We'll talk about the first, I guess we'll go through the sections on the ground, boys. Yep. We'll start with Wynyard's forward line versus Ulverston's back line. Where do you see the big matchups and who has the edge in that battle of that area on the ground?
This is where Wynyard can really break open the game, I think. I don't know if Olsen, while their back six is very unheralded, you'd say, Cameron, I think they do the job week in, week out.
Give the viewers some of the names.
You got blokes like Timmy Mee,
Jacob Campbell,
Chamberlain,
Sam Chamberlain, Jade Hughes,
Ryan
Wing down at full back. Get the job done most weeks, I think, and they're the only team to have kept Wynyard under 100 points 3 times this year.
Okay, that's interesting.
That's a pretty good stat. But look, if Wynyard will have everyone available this week, so you've got Sharman, you've got Betts, and you've got Pearce as your 3 big forwards, and then you've got the likes of Mickey Linane, Callan Kabicki, Nick Hall, who've all kicked 30 plus goals this year themselves. So
you can't get more quiet.
Yeah, exactly right. One of the smalls and one of the bigs are going to go off the leash and kick a bag.
This is the thing, isn't it? Because you and I watched the Wynyard Ulverston qualifying final, and Sharman goalless in the first half.
Ryan Wing held him to 0 goals.
Did a great job,
half
but then ended up with 7.
Yeah.
But a lot of that was to do with the midfield supply, in my opinion.
Yep.
The ball was just coming in. It's very hard to defend. It's hard, isn't it? It's tough.
If the Robins can get a bit more pressure up the ground, so that the likes of Zach Smith and Bryce Hanover aren't delivering it on a silver platter to Greg, then that'll obviously help the Ulverston's defence. But like you said, weighted numbers, the ball's going to be going in there lots. You think Wynyard are going to kick a pretty big score, and they're
15 to 20 goals. You think they can kick on a good day out at Latrobe?
So Wynyard probably take the honours in that area of the ground. It's going to be a huge battle, but we'll probably give Wynyard the tick in that area.
Yep. Move on to the midfields now. Obviously, once the ball goes up in the air, this is where Wynyard have another advantage with Sam Douglas, obviously the dominant ruckman in the competition, 2-time Baldock medalist now. Ulverston, do they bring Luke Dyson back in? He's still got a broken finger.
Did he play in the reserves last week?
Apparently he did. So that's interesting that he got through a reserves game.
But they didn't play him in the seniors.
Justin Hayes might bring him in for a senior game. He probably might just see how he got through the game. Obviously, and the backup from that is Josh Horton, who was serviceable on Saturday. He certainly doesn't. He's not a standout player, but if either Horton and Dyson can nullify Douglas, that will help. But I can't see how they will. He's such a strong man, Douglas.
taking nothing away from Sam's 2 Bulldog medals, but he's had really no one to go with him in the competition, maybe this year, other than probably Tyron Morrison from Smithton. That's not to say he's not a great player, Sam, but this Saturday he's going to just towel whoever he comes up against him. He's going to be bigger and he's going to be stronger. Your thoughts, Pipes?
Yeah, absolutely. And I was talking to Justin Hayes after the game the other day, and I said to him, the service that you get from Douglas and the midfielders they got running around, Smith, Hanavir, and I could go on all day. I said to him, do you tag one of those players or do you just try and go one-on-one with them? And he said, look, to be honest, we've tried to tag them. And he said it doesn't really work because then they just get off the leash and then...
Maybe you just do what most opposition sides do when they come up against Freo and just try and read Big Aaron Sandiland's
try and read the taps.
Just be competitive in the ruck. Someone like Douglas, he doesn't go forward and kick a lot of goals, so you'll just sort of stay around the middle of the ground. So if you can stay with him and all that sort and just create a contest with him, they're a chance. But
and take nothing away from Elvis's midfield either. They've got ball winners. Like Jeremy Soden always gets plenty of the ball.
Brad King, he's pretty hard at it.
Yeah, he's great, very versatile.
Trent
McCrossan, yep.
Jared Chatwin, obviously young Van der Veen. The dearly missed Simon Van der Veen. He's been out for injured for a while. I don't reckon he'll be back this week. But take nothing away from the Robins. They've been the second best side in the competition because they've probably had the second best midfield in the competition the entire season. But it's going to be a huge task for them on Saturday.
Yep.
Who are we giving the tick to in this area of the ground, boys?
Purely because of the Douglas factor, you'd have to give it to Wynyard, I think.
Yeah. Forecast for a fine day? Is that what we're expecting?
A couple of showers, I think, from what I checked this morning. But it's supposed to be okay on Friday. So I think the ground's going to be good. Nick always is probably the best ground on the coast of Latrobe.
So if we've given Wynyard 2 ticks already for their forward line battle and the midfield battle, it means Alverson's going to have to get a massive tick in their forward line, and someone's going to have to kick maybe 6 to 8 goals for them to get over the line. Is Travis Davies that guy, the X factor that could possibly turn this game on its head?
He has to be. Yeah. I think he's got to kick at least 6 goals for Alverson to win, in my opinion. But you think of who will match up on him? Dawson, Shaw. I mean, a few of these guys that made the NTFL Team of the Year as chosen by us, it's a good backline, isn't it?
Yeah, very, very hard. Look, a couple, obviously, Joey Cotton's obviously not playing at the moment. Justin Rodman, to me, he's just been in and out all year. He had an injury interrupted season. He doesn't look half the player that I've seen him play at TSL level. Yep. And young Brandon Howard, he just fluctuates with his form. So a couple of those guys that have had, bit seasons are just going to have to just produce it on the biggest day of all on Saturday.
Hector Lynn's probably the other one. He's shown this year on a couple of occasions he can kick a bag. He knows where the goals are. So if Davies is having a quiet day, then maybe Lynn has to kick 3 or 4 goals. But I think Davies will probably have to kick 6. I think for Olsen to have a chance to win.
So does that mean we're giving Wynyard their 3rd tick? I mean, it's just all looking one way, doesn't it?
Yes.
Sadly for the Robins.
Yeah, another tick.
Another tick for Wynyard. Okay, so final tips, boys, and let's give the viewers a best on ground Wilf Barker medalist if we can.
Brad, you kick us off.
Wynyard by 45 points. I think it might be competitive for a half, but I think Wynyard will pull away in the second half. And I think Sam Douglas, can go the Bulldog Wilf Barker double.
Pipes?
Yeah, I think Wynyard by 6 goals, and I've gone Zach Smith for the medal. Big game player.
He's won it before, hasn't he?
Yeah,
won in 2012.
2012. I think it'll be similar. I think Ulverston will be very competitive early. Almost similar to that qualifying final where they sort of hang around for a half and then third quarter when you just sort of came home. I think that'll something pretty similar. What do you think, Jordan?
Yeah, like similar. 6 to 7 goals, like what you boys said. Might be competitive for a little while, but the best team of the year, he's going to win on the final day. And I think, proven vote getter this year in the Bulldog. I think Bryce Hanavir might get over the line. He's a bit of a barometer in the middle of the ground, and I reckon he might get the Wilf Barker medal.
Briefly onto the TSL boys, Clarence and the Western Storm doing battle preliminary final, and let's also not forget Devonport's Development League. They're also in the running, aren't they? This weekend. So, what's your tips, Brad?
I was on the Western Storm earlier this year, but I think Clarence will be. They'll hit back hard after a bad loss to North Launceston last week, and there'll be a North Launceston Clarence Grand Final next week at Aurora Stadium.
Yeah, it sounds like in the media down south that the Roos are pretty keen to get another crack at the cheeky Bombers, calling them maybe chokers after they let that 4-goal lead slip in the last quarter. So I think Clarence will we'll win and yeah, face North Bombers next week up at Aurora.
Yeah, I think so too. And chokers is not a tag that you want at all, is it really? So I think Clarence will hit back hard, and let's not forget Storm have played probably the most travelled team this year, aren't they? They've had to go over to Perth, Foxtel Cup and whatnot. So yeah, I think Clarence will win. And Devonport, Brad, can they make it into the grand final and the development league?
Yeah, I talked to Stephen French, their coach, this afternoon. He said the problem is Lauderdale, because their seniors are out of the senior final race, they'll be able to drop a couple back into their development league team. So it's going to be 2 weeks on the road down to Hobart for the boys. But
stiff,
yeah, they've been a bit stiff there. But yeah, I think they can win. Why not? Need a coastal flavour on next Saturday when me and Jordan go up to Lonnie.
And AFL, just to finish off, boys, I'm done, Brad's done. Last man standing, can you beat the Roos?
No, you can't. No,
Wow.
I've tipped the Roos. You know why?
No way.
You know why? Because there was a kid born in Devonport, grew up in Devonport, and then Hobart media tried to claim him as a southerner. Absolute dross. Ben Brown single-handedly beat Coley's Bombers last week, and I think Geelong, he's going to get the better of Geelong too.
Benny Brown, I love you, but you killed me. You killed me last Saturday night, mate.
How many appliances were broken on Saturday night during the game, mate, at home? Anything left intact?
Well, lucky my aim's not too good, so the remote control missed the TV. So, no, it was a bad night last Saturday night. A bad night. Benny Brown, I love you, but geez, don't do that to me again, mate.
That's it for another season, boys. We might be back together again next year, but who knows? Stranger things have happened. It's been a long year.
It's been good. A few laughs along the way, but yeah, to all 11 viewers of you out there, thanks for joining us each week. And yeah, we may see you again next year.